Subhadramayi Jaya Sudarsana. Jaya Jagannath Jaya Baladeva Jaya Subhadramayi Jaya Sudarsana. Jagannath Swami Nayan Patgami Bhavastu me. Jai Jagannath Jai Jagannath Jai Jagannath Jaya Subhadramayi. Jaya Narsimhadev Jaya Narsimhadev Narsimhadev Jaya Narsimhadev. Jaya Panch Tattva Jaya Panch Tattva Panch Tattva Jaya Panch Tattva. Jaya Laddu Gopal Jaya Laddu Gopal Laddu Gopal Jaya Laddu Gopal. Jaya Brinde Devi Jaya Tulsi Maharani Brinde Devi Jaya Tulsi Maharani. Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram. Jaya Radha Madhav Radha Madhav Radhe. Jaya Radha Syam Sundar Radha Syam Sundar Radhe. Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Sri Radhe Jaya Radhe 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 Sri Radhe. Radha Rani ki jai Maharani ki jai. राधा रानी की जय महारानी की जय. बोलो बरसाना वासी की जय जय जय. बोलो वृंदावन वासी की जय जय जय. हरे कृष्णा. प्रभु जी माता सुखना दंडवत प्रणाम. हरे कृष्ण.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. थैंक यू सो मच.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Yeah. So today, unfortunately, the teacher is unable to join ably. We just got the information.
Prabhu, I'll take over.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Radhika here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
The teacher is not able to come. Just give me 5 minutes, Prabhu. I will.
Yeah. Okay.
What is that? What are the verses? And which chapter?
Yeah, 2.8, 2.8, 16 to 29, Mataji.
2.8. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. So I think we will start. I'll try my best. I don't remember reading the chapter recently. I'm in Mayapur Dham, so the connectivity is low. So if it's okay, I will keep the video off. Is that okay?
Okay, Mataji.
Okay.
The audio is good.
Audio is good. Okay, hopefully. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Tat Sat. Om Agyanatimirandasya Jnananjala Chalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakada Maya Dadati Swapadatikam. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatad Satarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Come on everybody. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare
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 Okay, now we are starting the second. We've come. Okay, so what is the heading? If someone can give me a heads up reading through these verses, if that's okay, and then I'll probably take the flow.
Okay. You want me to share the screen, Mataji, of slokas?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, please
Okay.
share the screen as well. And if
Yeah, I will share the screen. Mataji.
reading verses.
Yeah. You will see.
Okay, I'll just probably need only the translation part. No, from
Okay.
1 to 15, Prabhu, just to have a background.
Okay.
If
Sure.
someone can like read I mean, you can share that and read that. And what's the heading of, okay, what is the heading of the chapter and what is the crux of this chapter? Does anyone know?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Questions by Parikshit Maharaj. Questions by
Question by King Parikshit Maharaj.
King Parikshit.
Parikshit.
Oh, Haribol, very nice. So one more set of questions Parikshit is asking, correct? So,
Yes.
so we can start reading. Can someone read from the first verse to first verse to 16 verse, maybe five verses you can pause.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Only the translation, Mataji?
Yeah, just the translation is good enough.
Okay.
Prabhu. Thank you.
Hare Krishna
I'll
Mataji.
share.
Text one.
Hare Krishna.
King Parikshit inquired from Shukdev Goswami, how did Narad Muni, whose hearers are as fortunate as those instructed by Lord Brahma, explain the transcendental qualities of the Lord, who is without material qualities, and before whom did he speak? Text 2. The king said, I wish to know narrations concerning the Lord, who possesses wonderful potencies, are certainly auspicious for living beings in all planets. Text 3. O greatly fortunate Shukdev Goswami, please continue narrating Srimad Bhagavatam so that I can place my mind upon the Supreme Soul, Lord Krishna, and being completely freed from material qualities, thus relinquish this body. Text 4. Persons who hear Srimad Bhagavatam regularly are always taking the matter very seriously, will have the personality of Godhead Sri Krishna manifested in their hearts within a short time. Text 5. The sound incarnation of Lord Krishna, the Supreme Soul, that is Srimad Bhagavatam, enters into the heart of a self-realized devotee, sits on the lotus flower of his loving relationship, and thus cleanses the dust of material association, such as lust, anger, and hankering. Thus, it acts like autumnal rains upon pools of muddy water. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare
Can I
Krishna.
read?
Yeah, go ahead.
Mataji?
Yeah,
Text
before we
6.
read, would someone like to explain in a gist this 5 verses? Yesterday also you would have had this session, right? So would someone like to explain these 5 verses?
Hare Krishna Mataji. May I?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Shukdev Goswami is being inquired by Parikshit Maharaj because of his inquisitiveness to know about the Lord more and more. And he wants to know now about the Lord's transcendental qualities, that how is this material his existence, his form, his energy, and how he performs all the activities, how is the creation done. And so in this way, here the relationship and the importance of Srimad Bhagavatam is also being narrated, and the way the inquirer is being submissive to the disciplic successive spiritual master and inquiring from him. So the importance of the speaking of Bhagavatam and hearing it from a disciplic succession, bona fide spiritual master is being highlighted. So, and the inquiries are very important from a perspective of a devotee, because a devotee should not here Parikshit Maharaj is not accepting everything, but he is inquisitively asking more and more because of his curiosity and to hear more about the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Very nice, beautiful. So his curiosity, even at the time of death, right? He is almost 1 foot in the grave, right? We keep telling that after we cross 50 years, but he's literally on that step. But he is doing it. Very, very beautifully explained, Mataji. So this particular chapter 2.8, questions by Parikshit, initially talks about first 6 verses where Parikshit is inquiring with Sukadev Goswami about, typically questions related to Krishna, right? That is, to speak more of Harikatha. And 7 to 23 will be even the speaker needs inspiration. So for example, its classic example is this team, right? So to be very honest, I'm so exhausted. I thought I will almost skip my dinner, come and crash. I'm in Mayapur, had a long day, started early. And, I'm just coming and, I saw Prabhu having Kirtan. So I just thought I'll have a shower and sleep. And I'm seeing the Kirtan is going on and on. So I just had the feeling that this is a temple. But then when later, Mohandas Prabhu told, the speaker here is not there. Suddenly that enthusiasm is coming. Why? It's not because of me, but it's because the devotees here are showing that kind of interest, right? So that's the same thing with Parikshit. So Parikshit, way he's showing interest, actually makes Sukadev Goswami extremely interested or further inspired to speak more about the Krishna Kada. Prabhu, today the verses are from 16 to
29, Mataji.
29. Virtually, that is the end of this chapter, which means Sukha actually finally concludes the whole story. So initially we talk about, where Narada Muni, right? How the preaching of Narada starts off, and then finally Lord's extremely wonderful potencies. What are all they? This is what was spoken. And he's also telling, please, I want to remember Krishna at the time of death. So why should we remember Krishna at the time of death?
So that we'll go back to his abode, Mataji.
Very nice.
Antakali
And what
Chalam.
should we do to listen? What should we do to remember Krishna at the time of death?
Practice when we are
Practice.
Very nice. Very
Hearing,
nice.
chanting, remembering.
Hari bol, very nice. Hearing, chanting,
Chanting
and
and
that automatically leads to remembering. Right? Because if you see our entire concept of Krishna Kada here is talking about hearing and chanting. And which is why if you see Isha Upanishad also, so on the last slokas, right? Last but one sloka says, Vayur Anilam Amritam, Ashesham Bashmantam Sarinam. O Kritosmara Kritam Smara, Kritosmara Kritam Smara. Which means that at the end, I'm going to die, and if I forget also, you remember me. But this is not the devotional, it's not a pure devotee speech, right? But he is still a advanced, reasonably good devotee. The reason is what he is thinking is, boss, I'll forget. Now, let's see the Kulashekar Alvar, right? He is one of the, there are 12 Alvars in Tamil, right? Who, like how we call Goswamis. So, Ramanuja Sampradayam use the word Alvar, right? And they have this concept of how someone should remember them. The way they talk about is, they never even bother, just like how we are talking about Prema Bhakti, that is the highest Bhakti they are talking about. In that one Alvar called Kulashekar Alvar, praise that, boss, I am fine today. Tomorrow, I don't know what will be covering me. I will have all the Pitta, Vada, and all that, whatever you hear in Ayurveda, all that fear he has. And he says, let me die right now. Because at least that way, I am glad that I will be protected by you. So that is the kind of, he's scared, towards the end. But a devotee need not be scared either ways, because Krishna will remember. Hearing, what is the benefit of hearing? Hare Krishna, what is the benefit of hearing?
Cleansing of our heart.
Purification.
Very nice. Excellent. So that is why, yes, purification, that's the thing, right? So Parishit inspires Sukadev Goswami to start speaking, because he never gives up Lord's lotus feet, right? So this is an inspiration. Now the various questions which he is going to ask from 7 to 11 are how, spiritual jiva actually, see, we are talking, it's a very beautiful chapter. We are talking about our jiva. What are we? Are we spirit or matter?
Spirit.
Spirit, right? We are clear, right? So, yeah. So Krishna, he's asking, sorry, not Krishna. He's asking, Parikshit is asking Sukha, how did this jiva, which is spiritual, attain a material body? If we are spirit, then we should be having spiritual body, right? Like how Krishna has. Then he's also talking about the various forms of Garbhodakasai Vishnu. What is the form of the Garbhodakasai? What form is he? What form is Karanodakasai Vishnu and Kshirodakasai Vishnu? And what form is Hiranya Garbha? Now, Hiranya Garbha has multiple contexts, right? Sometimes they will refer to Brahma. Sometimes they will refer to even Garbhodakasai Vishnu as Hiranya Garbha. So you have to, like how Atma means mind, Atma means soul, right? So like that, we have to actually go around based on the situation. Yeah, please, someone can read from verse 6 to 10. And moral is covered. Yes,
shall I read, Mataji?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Text 6. A pure devotee of the Lord, whose heart has once been cleansed by the process of devotional service, never relinquishes the lotus feet of the Lord, for they fully satisfy him as a traveler is satisfied at home after a troubled journey. Text 7. O learned Brahmana, the transcendental spirit soul is different from the material body. Does he acquire the body accidentally or with some cause? Will you kindly explain this, for it is known to you? Text 8. If the Supreme Personality of Godhead, from whose abdomen the lotus stem sprouted, is possessed of a gigantic body according to his own caliber and measurement, then what is the specific difference between the body of the Lord and those of the common living entities? Text 9. Brahma, who was not born of a material source, but of the lotus flower coming out of the navel abdomen of the Lord, is the creator of all those who are materially born. Of course, the grace of the Lord, Brahma was able to see the form of the Lord. Text 10. Please also, Mataji, should I continue or stop?
Yeah, read the 10 one, ma. 10 and the 11.
Okay. Text 10. Please also explain the personality of Godhead who lies in every heart as the super soul and as the Lord of all energies, but is untouched by his external energy. Text 11. O learned Brahmana, it was formerly explained that all the planets of the universe with their respective governors are situated in the different parts of the gigantic body of the Virat Purusha. I have also heard that the different planetary systems are supposed to be in the gigantic body of the Virat Purusha. But what is their actual position? Will you please explain that? Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
So basically, very beautifully read, Mataji. Thank you. So he's telling that formally, they're talking about these planets and all that. These are obviously Virat Purusha, right? On what basis is this body formed? So he says it is formed, it's called Virat Purusha and it's on its own, right? There is no specific reason or explanation on what basis, what measurement. Probably if any of us have this doubt, we might have to go and check with the chief engineer and designer. Who's the chief engineer and designer of the spiritual world?
The Lord.
Lord Krishna, Supreme Lord.
Krishna is a very general answer, not really.
Ram.
Krishna only enjoys in Goloka. Who is in charge of Sandhini and
Viskarma, I
Samvit?
can say. Mataji, Viskarma.
No. Sorry, what? Vishwakarma, no.
Viskarma, that
Balram.
Close. I was expecting your guess. Vishwakarma
Yeah.
is largely to do with upper planets, but close. But I'm talking about Goloka, Vrindavan,
yes,
Vaikunta.
Mataji,
Who is
yes.
Is it
And
Balram,
Balaram.
Mataji? Balram?
very good, very nice, very
Balram.
nice. Balaram, right? So that is a clue I gave. Sandhini and Samvit, right? So he's with his potency only he
Sandhini,
creates the world. Which is why if you see in Damodar Leela, he plays a prank, right? Not only Krishna is playing a prank, even Balaram is playing a prank. What prank? If Krishna is very close to Yashodamai and if you feel that Yashodamai is going to catch Krishna, Balaram will flavor Krishna. He will widen the distance between Yashodamai and Krishna. And if he feels it's too far and Yashodamai is going to give up and she's so exhausted, vice versa will happen. So basically, he's got everything under control. Whether you talk about the planets, you're talking about the system, solar system, all that, whatever the scientists are talking about and things which are not spoken by him is all his construction. So all these Urash Purushas, all of them are what? Is basically expansion of whom? Whose expansion?
Balram.
Balaram.
Yeah, Balaram, right? So we know it's further going in step by step. So someone can read 12 to 16, please.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, may I read?
Yeah, please go ahead, Talim.
Mataji, you'll scroll. Somebody
Please
else
read.
wants to read? Mataji, anyone? One more Mataji wanted to read, she can read otherwise.
Yeah, please, Mataji, read.
I'll read after you otherwise. Mataji, you can read. I'll read after you.
Thank you so much, Madam. Text 12. Also, please explain the duration of time between creation and annihilation and that of other subsidiary creations, as well as the nature of time indicated by the sound of past, present, and future. Also, please explain the duration and measurement of life of the different living beings, known as the demigods, the human beings, etc., in different planets of the universe. Text 13. O purest of the Brahmanas, please also explain the cause of the different durations of time, both short and long, as well as the beginning of time, following the course of action. Text 14. Then again, kindly describe how the proportionate accumulation of the reactions resulting from the different modes of material nature act upon the desiring living being, promoting or degrading him among the different species of life, beginning from the demigods down to the most insignificant creatures. Text 15. O best of the Brahmanas, please also describe how the creation of the globes throughout the universe, the four directions of the heavens, the sky, the planets, the stars, the mountains, the rivers, the seas, and the islands, as well as the different kinds of inhabitants, take place. Up to 15 or 16, Mataji?
We all covered till 16, right? No, 15. Today I have to start from, we'll stop here. Thank you, ma'am. So what they are talking about between 12 and 14 is various things, like question about Kala and Karma, right? Why did we get these bodies?
Because of
Why did we
karma,
get
Mataji.
Because of our sanskaras and karmas and the impressions what we carried.
Yeah, so basically, right, duration of time is kalpa, and kala is referring to time, right? So various things, whatever are happening across the dimension of universe. I'm not talking about one universe, multiple universes, right? Karno Daksai Vishnu gives many universes at the same time, one after the other, whichever way, but simultaneously multiple universes are existing. In fact, if you talk about scientists today, they are actually launched a paper analyzing this, right? They are talking about multiple universes. It is at a very what should I say, at a very theoretical level, because they are not able to really prove or give a statement convincing this to others, right? So that's at a very primitive state, I would say. So what are the activities of the devotees? What are the varnashram? What are the yugas, duration? What is the yuga dharma and activities of yuga avataras? Before we get into it, what is our yuga dharma?
Harinam Sankirtan.
Chanting Harinam.
Hare Krishna, ma'am.
Excellent. So Harinam Sankirtan, right? Remember one thing, irrespective of whatever it is, Harinam Sankirtan is a Yuga Dharma. Now tell me one thing. During Harinam Sankirtan, that is Harinam initiation, right? How many of you all have taken Diksha? Okay. Sorry, how many of you all are aspiring to take Diksha? Should be one of that you should tell yes. Both silent means you don't want Diksha. Hare Krishna, can you hear me?
Yes, Mataji, Hare Krishna, aspiring to
Yes,
take.
Mataji.
Yeah, so you all want to do, why we want to take, this is one side. Now, if you are going for the second initiation, which is also called the Brahminical initiation, they teach what is called Gayatri Mantra in addition. So, which is more powerful, Harinam or Gayatri Mantra?
Gayatri Mantra.
Harinam is more powerful.
Harinam.
Harinam.
So, which is important for getting very well? Harinam or Gayatri
Harinam
Mantra?
took you to there.
Harinam.
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 Very nice.
Harinam.
Harinam Mantra is very powerful. Gayatri Mantra is like you all in fast track, right? It's given to you so that you can go in fast track. Just like, Bhakti Vaibhav course. Which one is important? The leisure one or the fast one? Both are important, but Bhakti Vaibhav course is important, right? Your, Harinam, right? So Harinam is the basic for both. But Gayatri Mantra is just like having everyday session or whether you have a weekly session, right? Gayatri Mantra is like running you on fast track. The content, everything is same. But the fact is you will engage yourself at a higher speed. That's the only thing. But Harinam continues to be the Yuga Dharma. So that is why even after you get second initiation or Brahminical Disha, whether you are doing deity worship, whether you are doing preaching, you continue your Harinam Sankirtan. Clear? So let's move to the next 7 to 23. Whatever questions Parikshit asked, quickly I'm summarizing. What is Sanatana Dharma? All of us know. And he's also talking about Apad Dharma. Does anyone know what is Apad Dharma?
Mataji, the dharma that you follow in the time of
Situation.
emergency.
Excellent.
Time of difficulties.
Excellent. Yeah, not difficulty, Mataji, in terms of emergency. Difficulty, though every day we have difficulty.
Sometimes,
Every day for us.
There is an example of
example
Vishwamitra.
of eating the meat sometime like Vishwamitra had to
Excellent.
eat.
Excellent. That is Apad Dharma.
That is
That is
Apad
Today it is
Dharma
not
because he
required
had to
because
break his
today.
dharma because in
Yeah.
the state of emergency. So it was
That is
like
true. It is only.
Vishwamitra had to eat the
Absolutely.
meat,
And
yeah.
various elements. He's talking about the very nice example, Mataji. Worship of Purusha Avatara, which are the three avatars we saw. What is Yoga Mishra Bhakti? Anytime when we are mixing Bhakti with any of the yoga, whether it is karma or jnana or which is, when do you call it Yoga Mishra Bhakti? When do you call it Mishra Bhakti?
When it is mixed with
When
jnana.
we have some motive.
Absolutely. Whichever it is, karma is
or
mixed.
Karma,
jnana.
jnana,
Yeah.
or yoga.
Excellent. So jnana
Karma.
or karma, anything gets mixed, then it happens. Then it is called so, right? Opulence, destination, and how does, what is our destination? How does our subtle body get destroyed? And if it is not destroyed, what happens? We get one more body. And finally, what is the conclusion of all Vedic scriptures? Which shloka talks about conclusion of all Vedic scriptures in Bhagavad Gita?
Krishna is
No.
Krishna is
Conclusion
the
of Vedic,
ultimate
okay,
goal.
Sarva Dharmam, that is fine. And what is the meaning of all Vedas? What does it culminate to?
Vedaishcha
Understanding
sarvesham.
Krishna.
Sameva Vedeva, very good,
Sarvasya
very nice.
Krishna.
Very nice.
Bhakti Mataji. All
Very nice.
collective
Bhakti, absolutely. So all Vedas talk about Krishna in one line, right? And Krishna means Bhakti. Both means same. Eventually, we are landing at the same point. And therefore, how can we get delivered? And what is favorable? What is unfavorable? That is mentioned in Nectar of Instructions. Do you remember? What is favorable? What is unfavorable? Anyone remembers Nectar of Instructions shlokas? Yeah, please go ahead. Atyahara Vinashyati. Then what is favorable? Utsaha Very nice. Right? So I'm glad all of you all remember your Bhakti Shastri. So what are the rules? What do you mean by smarta? What do you mean by kamya karma? This is something which, if you remember, in about 3 sections before, I actually was taking you through various karmas, right? Things, kamya karma means typically anything for fruitive activity. I need something. So that is one thing. Sanatana dharma means, obviously we know we are part and parcel of Lord. We also talk about what is called kaitava dharma, whatever we are doing, dharma, artha, kama. So these are the various types of karmas. What should be left? What should not be left? So our yuga dharma at any point in time, we should never leave. That is something which is spoken. Now again, what happens to the jiva? Why does it reappear? And what is the creation of, why does this keep coming in again and again? Because why does the universe keep coming in?
The Lord gives us a
Because
chance
still
so that
the
we can retain the
conditioned souls
conditioned
have so many desires.
Very nice. So desire is a root cause for the world to keep coming up again and again, right? So he's saying that the final conclusion is Parikshit is saying, I am not at all tired because of hunger and thirst, because he's not had, right? But he's only saying that now I've totally surrendered, just like how Arjuna surrenders. I'm surrendering to you, and therefore please tell me in brief what it is. So thus he spoke completely Srimad Bhagavatam, and he was ready to answer. Sukha is getting ready. Why? Because Sukha is never used to getting ready, na? Sukha will just come, and how long does he stay in one house?
He finishes one
Time required it was only as long as there was a milking of the cow.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That
as long
is
as there's to milk the cow, that long he was to stay.
So for him to imagine sit for 6-7 days, not only is Parikshit a sacrifice, but Sukha also is a sacrifice. Because he's never used to sitting for so many days, right? Or his life is like he's someone who will just, what should I say, keep running around, tata, bye-bye, that will be his hi-fi, chow, we tell, na, that is his style. Now he has to sit for 7 days, he has to prepare himself. Now he's preparing himself to sit, which is probably his longest duration he sat. I don't even remember, because Sukha is someone, you remember, he was a runner when he was born. What did he do as soon as he was born?
Ran to the forest.
Ran away.
Yeah, ran away. So imagine for him to sit down for 7 days is a very big task, just like us. Very big task for us to sit down and do 1 round of chanting. Yes or no?
Yes, Mataji, true.
See, very nice. I have a partner. So that is a story. Now we will start from the 16th, and someone can read the 16th, chant the 16th words and translation, and we'll go on. Hare Krishna.
प्रमाणम् अण्डकोशस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तरभेदतः मोहतां चानुचरितं वर्णाश्रमविनिश्चयः. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Also, please describe the inner and outer space of the universe by specific divisions, as well as the character and activities of the great souls, and also the characteristics of the different classifications of the castes and orders of the social life. Thank you, Mataji.
So basically, he is talking about not only when he's talking about siddhis, right, great souls, he's talking about a lot of them. He's talking about people who are liberated, who are already, we saw in Canto 2, chapter 2.2, we saw a state called Lapto Pasanti. Do you remember what it means? Does anyone recall 2.2 chapter? We had 2.1 and 2. We had one particular term called Lapto Pasanti. What does it mean?
Madhuri, where
Conquering
your
of-
mind, your
It is
intelligence,
conquering all
your
three
senses,
gunas.
mind, intelligence, all are controlled.
Absolutely. And you're beyond?
Beyond the time and the
Material modes.
absolutely
Beyond the
beyond
material modes.
Beyond them.
3 modes and the time
modes.
also.
Absolutely. He's beyond the 3 modes. And therefore, here he wants to know about the complete significance. What is the purpose of this creation? How is this? What is the construction? So, why is he asking? He has to ask Balaram. Currently, he does not have access to Balaram. So, he is currently asking Sukha, who is going to be an intermediate. Because if you see, Balaram is Adi Guru. And Sukha, so he is going to talk from inside. And Sukha is from outside, right? Guru. So, our spiritual master is no less. He's also, like we saw, right? We read, right? Every day we tell one shloka. We chant. What do we tell? Samsara Rava. What is that shloka verse which talks about the fact that we should think of spiritual master equal to that?
Sakshat Daridrena
Sakshat
Samatya.
Daritena
Shastre.
Sastre.
Absolutely, very nice. Yeah, very nice. One very important thing we should remember is always we keep why every time we have the reference. I've always loved Aishwarya Mataji. Besides sloka, she will remember the sloka number. She'll make a note. Unlike a lazy person like me who can never make a note of all this and I will go by the flow. But irrespective of whichever style we adapt, the point is it cannot be our own sloka. No? It has to be reference based. Right? Whether we give reference number or whether we tell it's from Bhagavatam, it is very, very important because if you quite see here, Parikshit, he is very, very inquisitive, right? And modern scientists, they are not able to understand. They're still not able to understand what is the inner space, how is it made and all that. Whereas look at the way in which the characters of these people are. They are absolutely picture perfect with all of them, right? So here he is asking about how it is it constructed, what are the summon bhavanam of everything. So each of them. We also know there are 4 classes of men, right? Where did we see, what are the 4 ashramas?
Brahmacharya.
Brahmachari,
Brahmachari,
Vanaprastha,
and sannyasa.
What are the 4 varnas?
Brahmana,
Brahman,
Vaishya,
Vaishya,
Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra.
Yeah, why do they say this division is, and they also relate this to Krishna's body, right? Can anyone tell me what is the relationship to Krishna's parts of body?
Brahmanas are coming from the head, and then Kshatriya from the shoulders,
Kshatriya from the
Vaishyas from
the
the
stomach
arms,
and from the
Vaishyas from the thighs, and
Shudras
then
are the
from
limbs.
the
and the Shudras are from the foot.
under the feet. Sudras under the feet.
Because all this is eventually to develop love for Krishna and go back to God. That is our main goal. It is not just to understand that, oh, I am in the head and I should have head weight. That is not the idea, right? The idea is to understand that we are part and parcel and no part is less, right? Every part. Would we be willing to give up one finger of ours? We won't be able to. So you can't tell this is waste, that is waste. It is just that one particular part of our body does a major work. Something can do a minor work, but we cannot avoid a particular body. 17 onwards, let's just do the translation. Can someone read the translation?
Hare Krishna Mataji, can you read?
Please
explain all. Yeah,
read.
Mataji, go ahead.
Mataji, go ahead, please.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Please explain all the different ages in the duration of the creation and also the duration of such ages. Also, tell me about the different activities of the different incarnations of the Lord in different ages. Purport. Lord Krishna is the original personality of Godhead, and all the incarnations of the Supreme Lord, although non-different from him, are emanations from the Supreme. Maharaja Parikshit inquired from the great and learned sage Sukdev Goswami about the different activities of such incarnations, so that the incarnation of the Lord might be confirmed by his activities in the authoritative scripts. Maharaja Parikshit was not to be carried away by the sentiments of the common man to accept the incarnation of the Lord very cheaply. Instead, he wished to accept the incarnation of the Lord by symptoms mentioned in the Vedic literatures and confirmed by an acharya like Sukdev Goswami. The Lord descends by his internal energy without any obligation to the laws of material nature. and thus
Like,
his active.
Sorry, we'll stick to the translation. Is that okay?
Okay, Mataji.
We'll stop
Okay.
here. Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. So what we are talking about is, this reminds me of a conversation I had with Mohandas Prabhu, I think yesterday, if I remember right. And I was telling Prabhu, I'm going to touch, okay, basically I come for Brahminical Diksha. So I was telling Prabhu, the first thing I will do is I can touch Krishna. And then I changed and I said, no, Prabhu, I meant the deity of Krishna. And Mohandas Prabhu corrected me. He said, no, Mataji, both are same. So you can actually tell you can touch Krishna. Right? So this was a statement. So why did that statement come? Because the name, pastimes, form, deity, all are one and the same. So the various incarnations are not something which Parikshit would like to know just out of a fantasy. But he's really curious to know, right? Sometimes mom would like to have a conversation about her, she will sit down and she will ask her mother about, tell me about dad, what all he did, what all the jobs, but I still do that, right? And same way about her son, they will inquire, what is your position? What are you doing? Not that she's really interested to take a loan in a bank. If you're working, which department are you heading? What level of loan you will, it's not that the mother is going to go and ask a loan, but she's just very, right? Because someone whom we love, we would like to know. And that's exactly the role which Parikshit is doing. It is not because he has a fantasy, nor because he wants to boss off, nor because he wants to, compare somebody. It is just because of his love for Krishna that he does not want to miss out, right? There is a negative statement called FOMO, which means, FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. But literally, in this case, this is beautiful version. When it comes to Krishna, we all should have this FOMO, fear of missing out. Have I missed out something about Krishna? Just imagine when we all go to Goloka Vrindavan, correctly one page we miss out. And imagine Balram is interviewing us and he asked that question. What will happen to us? Oh my God. That is just that question we missed out. How many of us have this experience when we are writing the exam, we correctly miss one answer, that page, that answer will come. How many of you all? I mean, I wish I can raise my hand. And
Yes, I accept, Mataji.
Yeah,
Here I am.
Mataji.
I had,
It happened.
I used to,
Yeah.
most likely, I used to read one answer correctly, that will come. Contradictorily, my cousin used to read only 3 answers, only those 3 will come. I have no idea what luck meant. But then I thought, oh, let's beat the luck. Okay, and then I thought I will not leave one answer also. Okay, and in that case also, it will come from out of syllabus. That's a different story. But I'm just saying on a lighter note. So this is what it is. So here, fear of missing out, we should all have. That doesn't mean that we should jump from one class to another, understand Mayavati theory. That's not what I'm saying. We should have a fear that have I missed some part of Krishna Kada? So let me not sleep. I'm not telling night sleep, but I'm just telling you, let me not keep sitting. Let me try and see what best I can cover, right? So let's move to the 18th verse. Hare Krishna, I would need someone to do fast. I may doze off anytime.
Please
also explain what
explain
may be the common religious afflictions of human society, as well as their specific occupational duties in religion, the classification of the social orders, as well as the administrative royal orders and the religious principles for who one may be in distress. Thank you, Mataji. Should I read the purport also, Mataji?
No, not required. So basically, classification, no qualification, no limitation, right? Anybody can be. We are always talking about Gajendra Moksha. What about Hanuman? Hanuman, was he a human? He was also typically a classification of an animal. Though we call him under, a category of human only, King Purushas. But having said that, from our point of view or general point of view, we call them, as one of the animal monkey, right? They used to call them Vanara, which means monkeys. So, and also if you talk about cannibals are, who cannibals are?
Those who
Human eaters.
Human eaters. Cannibals are, they eat human beings, right? And aborigines, right? So those who are primitive in origin, so they used to actually eat all that. All of this have been, if they come under a proper devotee, a very close example will be, can anyone give me an example of an aborigine?
Brigari, Mataji.
Red Indians, Mataji, Red Indians.
Red Indians, but one who's in the Bhagavatam is Mrigari. So
Mrigari,
those are
yeah.
So Skanda Puranam is also talking about the hunter in a jungle, right? And they are talking about this Mrigari, right? And that's an example. Invariably we spoke and Bhagavatam is also speaking. So whatever they are talking about religious affiliation, whichever country, wherever we are talking, we have these people. but bring them under the devotional service. Classic example is Prabhupada, right? He made hippies happy. I have no idea what we will do because we are all talking theory. And I personally experienced once when we had an office meeting, right? There were two girls, and I'm specifically telling two girls only. They were, obviously foreigners, and they were sitting, nothing to do with Harina. I was having a meeting, both girls were talking, and suddenly one girl fainted. Now, again, I'm repeating, proper girls, they will be probably, typically 30s. I ran almost close, but what stopped me for a moment is I had no idea why she fainted. Now, do I need analysis of that? No. All I need to do is that can I help her take some water, put it on her face? After going close, I paused. My heart rate started racing because what went in my mind is what did she do? Why did she faint? Was she a dope? Was she a drug addict? I'm just telling the mind in which, the way in which mind is thinking. So, why I'm saying is probably the girl would have been good. Of course, I still went one stretch by telling call the ambulance. But had it been somebody else, right? And I'm not talking about kith and kin. I'm just talking about someone in office or some Indian or someone, I would have probably gone to the level of taking. Why? Because I'm making a judgment there. Right? But imagine Prabhupada is gone, knowing that these cities are between drugs, drinks. See, this girl would have actually fainted casually also, which is what actually happened. Later, when I checked with the doctors, she had fainted because of, the heat. India, Chennai heat, I'm based out of Chennai, right? The heat was very high and the girl fainted. But look at my mind, how it went. I'm just giving an example, right? Which is not even true. But the mind always goes into a lot of imagination. But Prabhupada went into a world of negative imagination. Imagine hippie, only drugs, only drink. I think we'll take a U-turn. Suppose we are going, just imagine a compartment next door is having only hippies with drinks and drugs. What will we do? Honest answer. I thought probably will change the compartment or probably get off the train.
Yeah.
Yes, Mataji.
Criticize
Get out
or
of it.
Try to avoid it.
I'll avoid, right? So I'm just telling. So this is what I'm talking about. The speciality of a devotee is, irrespective of whoever it is, this is the beauty of the devotee, right? He is willing to give anything to anyone because that's a kind of confidence he has. So whatever we are talking about, completely when you connect devotional service to it, irrespective of whatever varna we are, it doesn't matter. And that is why when you're talking about apad dharma, why we are not talking about apad dharma here in today's terms is because honestly, there is not much of apad dharma because we are so advanced that we can manage without that, right? We keep telling Mataji, apad dharma, I'm not getting onion, garlic, so I'm eating chicken. I don't think we are in that world. Because if you see anywhere in the world, vegetarianism, I think it's gone to the next level of vegan. We're very comfortable with the food. So today that Abad Dharma, I don't think is even applicable. Because I think we are well connected and networked that we will grab sufficient food. Yeah, let's move to the next verse, 19 translation.
Hare Krishna. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Kindly explain all about the elementary principles of creation, the number of such elementary principles, their causes and their development, and also the process of devotional service and the method of mystic powers. Thank you, Mataji.
So he's talking about all of them, their power, how do they do, what is the process, and all of them. And the next verse also is talking about, someone can do the translation of the next verse.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna. What are the opulences of the great mystics and what is their ultimate realization? How does the perfect mystic become detached from the subtle astral body? What is the basic knowledge of the Vedic literatures, including the branches of history and the supplementary Puranas? Hare Krishna Mataji.
So this is a very beautiful thing, right? We are talking about mystic powers. What are mystic powers?
Mataji, when they can change into small, they can change into
Siddhis.
they can become lighter than the feather.
Anima, Lakima,
According to their own
So now
desire.
tell me what mystic power Draupadi had?
she could have the food,
The size
end
of
up
the
of
sarada.
Get the food from the
She didn't have any mystic power, Mataji.
Very nice. So one side, her food has got empty. Okay, the only mystic power, I won't use the word mystic power, but a spiritual blessing she got was that she had Anna food, right? Amudapurvi, food was just coming on. Like Anna Koot, it was coming. Now that also had a condition that when she finishes, the food will get over. It's dry. But look at her power. After it became dry, also what happened? Did she have the power to fill the bellies of people without giving food?
No, with the help of Krishna, when
Krishna only,
Durvasa,
Mataji.
when
So with the help
his
of
Achari,
Krishna,
when he
devotees had
came
to
with his
come,
10,000.
yeah, she behaved like a mistake. What about the sari? Sari rolls kept on coming or not?
Yeah.
yes,
That
with the
Was she a
mercy
yes,
of Krishna.
Mataji.
Absolutely. So, do we need Krishna or do we need mystic powers?
No,
Krishna,
we need
Krishna,
Krishna.
Mataji.
Right? So, because when we have Krishna, all this will come. Look at the mystery. Durvasa Muni is known for everything, right? We don't need to even tell his anger, his powers, and all that. But imagine it beats how Amrish Maharaj himself had no mystic power. But end of the day, if you see Sudarshan Chakra is running after Durvasa Muni, chasing Durvasa Muni. So, what to speak of anything? Now, greatest Yogeshwara is Lord, which Lord?
Lord Shiva.
Lord Shiva, yeah, he's
Krishna,
considered as a
Krishna.
mystic. Yeah, no, yeah. Above him is Krishna. But if you talk about all the devotees, they don't really focus on that because end of the day, mystic Ashtasiddhis, what is their destination? Where do they reach?
Mataji, they go to the Brahma Jyoti.
Brahma Jyoti.
Brahma Jyoti, yeah.
Brahma Jyoti. And where do we go?
Goloka Dham.
Golaka, Krishna's
Golak
Yes,
Vrindavan.
Dham, Mataji.
Without doing any effort. Chanting and explaining
You're
its effort.
holding your
What
hand now,
effort?
Mataji. That's why you'll take us.
From the back door.
Yeah, exactly. Prabhupada, na? We hold
Yeah.
Prabhupada's hand, we go
Yes.
from back door. For which what we do? We do only chanting.
You
Hare
just
Krishna,
catch
Hare
my
Krishna.
dhoti. Prabhupada said, you catch my dhoti, I'll take you.
Dhoti also. See, that much is enough. I will take. This is the power of,
So, Mataji, you
you
already
know,
caught and we are catching yours then.
yeah. I don't know whether I have thought, but one thing I told very clearly is I always believe in one thing. We follow the Guru, we follow the Parivar, we follow the Parambara. One thing is sure that we will go. Right. So I still remember during my Brahminical initiation interview, they asked me one thing, right? They asked me, what are the two reasons? Tell me one reason why you want Brahminical initiation. Okay. And all the answers, whichever we were preparing, right? That morning only we were sitting into this, nothing came in my mind. Because sometimes, you just have to be very honest. I said, I have only two reasons. Okay. One is very selfish. One is different interest. One is I tell I'm a preacher. And I remember Ramanishra Prabhu telling me first day, I think the sloka was Dadati Pratigrunati Guyam Agati Gachati. Today we may tell it easily, but I'm talking about on the day one when pronunciations and words never even entered our mouth. When Prabhu told this, I just went into my head. I called Prabhu later. One time I asked Prabhu, when you're telling sloka is going in my head. When I'm seeing it's not going, when I'm reading it's not going, when someone is telling also it's not going, how? That time he told two things. He said purity of the speaker and the purity of the hearer are very important for things to work. So I thought, okay, very good. Then I thought, okay, anyway, you people have bhakti. There is no doubt because that's why you are regularly coming. Purity of hearer is there. Speaker, so where can I become pure? So that came in my mind and that's always been in my mind. So I told my thing is, I said, will second initiation give me purity of speaking in my preaching? She said 100%. I said, that is why. I heard this because first time Prabhu told me this and that is the reason. And she said, what is your second selfish interest? I said, for a long time, I want to touch Krishna. So I said, now I will be licensed to touch Krishna. So that is my second personal interest. So of that, the first one dominates because second one is more of a fantasy, which I felt. First one is genuinely, a lot of people. So as you all said, whether I will go to Goloka or not, one thing to very clear, I thought will push this thought I have. And why I am talking, once I was, and I'm repeating the same. In the Bhakti Vaibhav other class, when Prabhu asked, Mataji, how you are telling with so much confidence? So that time I was fooling one teacher. I said, Mataji, 10th standard, all the students are good. She said, no, Mataji, some are bad. How then all will pass? Yes, Mataji, always I have 100%. How I'm confident about myself, Mataji, so much efforts I will put to make sure. I say, when someone in Baudiga, right, in material mathematics or physics has so much of confidence, somebody who's following the parampara, right, won't I have the confidence that these people will go to Goloka? So that is the thing. And the main reason I started getting into preaching is also this. I was thinking, okay, lot of devotees have bhakti. Somewhere, of course, you people are advanced. I'm talking about a lot of them, when we talk to level 1, level 2 and all, we feel their understanding of spirituality, I would use the word scriptures is a little slow. Maybe lack of language, lack of knowledge. So I always felt, okay, we are able to understand the concept so we can teach them. Bhakti, they already have. If this is the bridge, let's act as a bridge. that with that intention only, I put my first leg into preaching, and I think now I've started enjoying that. That's a different story. But having said that, probably that answer, I would rather say that only got me Brahminical initiation. The moment I said that, she said, I'm very impressed. I'm signing you for. You should come. So the reason I'm telling is indirectly you are the cause. So today, if I went through Brahminical initiation, I got it means absolutely nothing, right? I have put no endeavor. I have never even said that I want to cook for the deity. I never said I want to dress for the deity. None of these answers came in my mouth. I only said, the purity of preaching I want, because my students are very pure. At least let me put my efforts, right? So in a way, I should thank you all. So thanks to all of you all, and let's move to the verse 21. Someone translation.
Mataji,
Hey,
I'll read.
Atikal, welcome Mataji. Thank you Mataji.
Please
Arey, no
explain.
manner. Yeah, go ahead.
Please explain unto me how the living beings are generated, how they are maintained, and how they are annihilated. Tell me also of the advantages and disadvantages of discharging devotional service unto the Lord. What are the Vedic rituals and injunctions of the supplementary Vedic rites, and what are the procedures of religion, economic development, and sense gratification?
Very beautiful. So there are two words here, samplava, and another one is opposite of samplava is samplava. Pratikulam, we say, same. Perfect way of achieving devotional service, and what pulls us out. What actually helps us to grow in devotional service?
Devotee association.
Association of the devotees.
Association and plus your own
Association with the
sincerity.
devotees.
Absolutely. Association, Harinam, everything we can tell, right? Devotees of the Lord helps us to grow. Now, what is the reverse? What is unfavorable?
Bad association.
That is non-devotees.
Yeah, very nice. Gratification, yes. Very nice. Answers are coming. Aparadas.
And even thinking of I and me only.
Mataji desires.
I and me, very nice.
Prajalpa.
I and mind.
Mataji incessant desires,
Prajalpa.
uncontrolled mind.
Regular, Prajalpa, absolutely.
Uncontrolled mind also, Mataji.
Right? When we went to Trichy, Prabhu was telling we went to Kumbakonam. So I said, Prabhu, the milk is very nice here. He said, no, that you don't drink. I said, why, Prabhu? Milk is nice. You did not see in the road. This is not only milk, it is buffalo milk. Rain will come down. He started laughing. He said, milk in any form, I can't stop. He said, no, buffalo milk, intelligence will come down. That was a joke. But then having said that, milk alone is sufficient for someone to survive, literally speaking. So many times we keep telling, and I'm not telling you all to go into milk diet, but I'm just saying many times we are worried, no, what will happen if I don't have food, one meal? You can have 1 glass of milk, 2 glasses of milk, it's good enough. Imagine a baby survives on milk. We may not be able to survive on 1 cup of milk, but little more milk, we can still survive for 1 meal. Definitely, it's possible, right? So favorable conditions, one should be very enthusiastic to take. And that is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also talking about, right? Every nook and corner, he is talking about trying to spread the Harinam Sankirtan. That is very important. Yeah. Unfavorable, similarly, completely move out of it. So that is something which we should talk about. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Let's move to 22. Translation.
Please also explain how much in the body of the Lord living beings are created and how the infidels appear in the world. Also, please explain how the unconditional living entities exist.
Okay, this is like a flow chart. You should just take a pen and pencil and start writing. There are 2 types. This is our Bhagavad Gita. Which chapter? You have to tell me. There are 2 types of living beings, fallible, infallible. Which chapter?
15th chapter, Mataji.
Chapter 15. Daumo Purusho Loke
That only
Shara Shara Evacha.
Shara Akshara, right? So put one drawing. The 15th chapter ended there. Shara Akshara together.
Yeah.
Here there is an extension to that. Now we saw Shara Akshara, right? That is ever liberated, and obviously somebody who's ever perfect, right? The other one are our character. So what happens there? It is further classified as conditioned souls. Let's take us. Ever liberated, so no need classification. They are there in Goloka. Our category is also having 2 divisions. You know what? Faithful and faithless. Infidels are someone who doesn't have strong faith. So we are the faithful category, hopefully. Okay. So the faithful categories are called what? Devotees, right? In the devotees also there are 2 categories. What are they?
Impersonalist and personalist.
Personalist, yeah.
Huh? Absolutely, personalist and impersonalist. Vadanti tat tattva vidas tattvam yajnanam advayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavaniti sabdyate. So the two subcategories are there. So basically, fallible, infallible. In the fallible category of ours, again there are two categories. What are the two categories? What are the two categories? Believer, non-believer, not yet. Believer, non-believer. In the believer, there are two categories. What are they?
Nishtka and Madhyam.
Karmi and yogi, not karmi, sorry, us only. One is devotee, another one is impersonalist, impersonalist. So like that, subdivisions are coming. Therefore, these questions he are asking because he is feeling that these conditioned souls again and again come. Now, impersonalists again and again come. What is this sloka? Bahunam?
Janna.
Gyanvan
Vasudeva
Vasudeva Sarvamitra Mahatma so Durlava.
And so many janmas later, they will also understand Vasudeva. 23 verse. Translation.
The independent personality of Godhead enjoys his pastimes by his internal potency and at the time of annihilation gives them up to the external potency and he remains as a witness to it all. Thank you, Mataji.
Okay, now Krishna is avatar, or avatara?
Avatari.
Okay, very beautiful. If he is avatari, I agree with you. Ete chamsa kala pumshaha krishnastu bhagavan swayam indradi vyakulam loke mrudunante. It's clearly there, so no doubt avatari. Then why is Jayadev, has mentioned him as one of the avatara? Just now you said avatari, so I told one shloka. Then why is he mentioned as one of the avatars among the 10 avatars? What is the meaning of avatar?
Avatar is one who descends.
Excellent. Did
From
Krishna
the
descend
higher-
or not? Did Krishna descend or not?
Yes, he descended.
Yes.
So is he avatar or not?
Yes.
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 So he is both.
Yes.
Now I want to ask only one question. Chitra Mataji, are you there? Okay, I will ask Mohandas Prabhu. Mohandas Prabhu, do you have a daughter? Mohandas Prabhu is not there.
No, I have a son only.
So, okay, do you have a son? Okay, yes. So you are a father?
Yes.
So you are also a son of someone?
Yes.
How, Prabhu, you have a son also and you are also a son? Possible, right? Two roles when a human can play.
2 roles, yes.
So Krishna, most of the time in our mind, when we ask is Krishna personal or impersonal, is actually both. For convenience, we use the word person. But then actually he is both. Same way, Krishna is both avatari and avatar. So he being mentioned as one of the avatars is true. And how old was Krishna when he killed Putana?
6 days. 6 days, Mataji.
Haribol, excellent.
6
6 days
days.
old. Can anyone tell me what you all did when you were 6 days old?
We are in the hospital, Mataji.
Mataji, sometimes we are still in the hospital after delivery.
Actually, none of us don't even remember. Maximum, I can tell that maybe I would have tried to have some milk or I would have kicked someone, that too with my leg, which would have caused no pain to anyone, right? That is also my assumption. I don't remember. But this is the difference between Lord and us. On to the 24th verse.
O great stage, representative of the Lord, kindly satisfy my inquisitiveness in all that I have inquired from you and all that I may not have inquired from you from the very beginning of my questioning. Since I am a soul, surrender unto you, please impart full knowledge in this connection. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
I remember during my Bhakti Shastri certificate, right, I asked one question. And it sounds very silly. And still I feel, and Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Mataji, nicely read. So the point what came in my mind was, first time I asked Prabhu, Guru Maharaj, when do I know that I like Krishna enough? Can anyone tell me what answer Guru Maharaj would have given? I asked him, when will I ever know I love Krishna enough?
When you start missing him,
There's no limit, Mataji.
No limit. He said, why do you want to ever know? First,
Yeah.
Krishna is unlimited, right? As you keep on loving, he says, this doubt is beautiful. Because Radharani also still now has not got an answer. She does not know. She's still loving Krishna. And she still thinks that she is not loving her because she's the number one, right? So you will never get to know. The more you can feed him, keep feeding him. I was convinced with that answer, but now I understand the answer, right? Because Krishna is limitless. Why do we want to fix a limit? Like chanting, na? 16 rounds, khatam hai, over, yeah, done for the day. Yeah. Wow, you know. Appa. It's not even done for the day. It's not even like an achievement. These days, it's like relief. You know, as if I've reached the 100-mile, what do you call, running race. Like that, you do. So I still remember one time I was chanting in the office, right? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare. One of my friends came, visited, and she asked me, "Hey, what are you doing here?" I said, "I'm chanting." She said, "Why are you running here? You have a target or something." I thought you people have sales target only. When do you have chanting target? While I laughed, but inside it was an irony, which is a fact, right? We sometimes, how sales people are having a target, we also have a target. We are literally running after the target to finish 16 rounds. But Guru Maharaj today also was telling that if you guys have any doubt, however silly it may be, ask, write to me, clarify. You should always clarify. Otherwise, what happens is we will get stopped in bhakti, we will not go on. So that is a point. Yeah, next verse, 25.
Oh, great sage. You are as good as Brahma, the original living being. Others follow customs only, as followed by the previous philosophical speculators. Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you very much.
So what he's talking about is Sukadev Goswami, right? Now everybody has a doubt. Why Sukha? Now this is a very big issue, right? There are so many people prior also. We saw Gautama. What are the others? Give me some names of Vyasa's contemporaries or his, whom he put in charge.
Kapila. Vyasa,
Yes,
Kannada, Kannada, Gemini, Gautama.
So between him and Sukha.
Sukha also.
What is the difference between Sukha and them? All the names which you are told.
Sukha
is
was son of
devotee
Vyasa.
having
Was a transcendentalist.
Vyasa, so what?
Shukadev Goswami was a pure devotee, Mataji.
Yeah.
They were all
very
like
nice.
more into karma and Jnana Mishrita, Mataji.
Not only that.
He was born
Besides
limited.
that,
No?
what
He
happened
was
is they were not
born as a pure
parroting. Look
devotee.
at the sloka. Nigama kalpataro
born
kalitam
liberated.
palam shukamuka amrita tava samyutam vivaka bhagavatam rasamalayam muraho. So basically, why does it? Vivata bhagavatam muraho rasika bhavata. Why do you say that is? He will speak like parrot. Means what? Disciplinic succession. He does not use his brain. He uses his brain, of course. What I'm telling is his own calculations are not there. What is there in Srimad Bhagavatam is what we speak.
Speaking
That is
as
why
is.
when I tell I am proud of Parambara, why do I tell that? Is because I'm not telling anything from my head. Whereas the 6 people whom you spoke use their intelligence, right? And we can be wrong in our intelligence, right? We can have so many things. Vibra, Labda, all the mistakes come, right? What are the 4 mistakes which can be committed? What are the deficiencies for human?
Committed mistakes.
Commit mistakes.
Perfect
Fleeting
learning.
propensities.
Perfect
Karma
senses.
Samra, Vipra. What is it?
Excellent. So
Illusion.
all of the
Imperfect sense.
Illusion.
Propensity.
And under illusion, Mataji. Yeah,
very
under
true.
illusion.
Nobody can be independent, right? Only person who is independent is Narayana. So that is why they say Narayana Narabu Jalayat. Tathapi Satyam. So that is the only truth. Because other than that, nothing is true. So therefore, the only thing we have to follow is Parambara. And the Parambara is coming from Krishna. Krishna to Brahma. Brahma to Narada. Narada to Vyasa. Vyasa to Sukha. That is what he speaks. Others are speaking their mind. So that is the difference. 26. Hare Krishna.
O learned Brahmana, because of my drinking the nectar of the message of the infallible personality of Godhead, which is flowing down from the ocean of your speeches, I do not feel any sort of exhaustion due to my fasting.
Yeah. See, this is the beauty, right? And I, to an extent, agree to this because literally we had one meal, right? Because of the Raman Diksha, we are fasting, right? We just had one meal. That also I could not eat because I was very tired. So evening I managed to try to eat something. That also was tired. I wanted to drink something. After coming here, I just thought I would crash. I was so exhausted. But look at the Srimad Bhagavatam and midst of devotees. I thought I may crash in 2 minutes, but I'm holding up for the past 1 hour. Did I not tell you all have to read fast? Otherwise, anytime I'll goes off. And I'm just holding the phone. I thought the phone will fall anytime. But so far, it's running good. Another 5 minutes, I'd still sleep. That's a different story. But the fact is, for somebody like us itself, Bhagavatam can keep us going. But imagine for somebody like Parikshit, who's already a pure devotee and loves Krishna Katha, what will be the speed, right? So, which is why we have to hear Srimad Bhagavatam regularly and from spiritual succession people, right? Because Achyuta Katha is too good. Anything to do with Achyuta is extremely good. The reason is, we were doing this shloka, if you remember. Nimna Gana Yata Ganga Devanam Achyuto Yata Vaishnavanam Yata Shambhu Purananam Idam Tata. Right? This was one shloka. That means of the flowing rivers Ganga, of the Devatas Achyuta, that is Krishna. Of the Vaishnavics, Shiva is the topmost, and of the Purana, Srimad Bhagavatam is the ultimate. So that is what, because that's why it's called Amalam Purana. And Parikshit is continuously going and he's not at all speculating, he's just listening, only listening. That's the only thing. And how we should do Srimad Bhagavatam line by line, text by text, right? So that is something which is very, very important, which is exactly what he's doing. 7 days, Katham. What we will tell directly here. I'm running short of time. You don't know. I will tell you. Our Sukha will tell what you're telling story. Tomorrow you won't be alive. Or 6 days you won't be alive. Run fast. He doesn't say. From the beginning, slowly he is taking. 27th word.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah.
Sudha Goswami said, thus Sukadeva Goswami being invited by Maharaja Parishit to speak on topics of the Lord Sri Krishna with the devotees was very much pleased. Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Nicely read. So why all of you all, I'm so happy all of you all are reading Fadafat one after the other, helping me to go with the flow. So the point with Sukadeva Goswami, why is this conversation happening? Both of them are pretty stalwarts, but talking Krishna Katha is so interesting. Right? Some of the devotees here, I think most of the devotees here have start with the early morning class, right? I see you all at 4 o'clock. When we do a 4 o'clock chanting also, you all are there. Short Bhagavatam class, when I'm taking also, I see you all. Chaitanya class also, I see you all. Here, sometimes Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav class also, I see. Why? Because that Krishna Katha. And the more we keep talking, we keep relishing. This can happen only among devotees. Right? When you go and talk something with the non-devotees, you just have sometimes feeling that why am I even opening my mouth with them? Yes or no? Yes or not? Don't we have that feeling? Oh, why did I even open my mouth?
Yes,
Right? So that is
Mataji.
because they are so dry and sometimes boring, because neither they understand nor they allow us to enjoy. They will speak something and they will spoil our mood only, right? That is why Krishna is strictly telling boss, be very clear.
Yes.
And Krishna Katha, so we should never tell to non-devotees. Of course, devotees still try, that's a different thing. So why Sukadev is actually someone who is also just like not only Parikshit is Krishna protected. Sukadev is also protected by Krishna. How?
He did not want to
See,
come out
Parikshit
from
is
the
protected, that is why he
While
called Vishnu
he
Ratha.
was
and he said he
chanting,
will protect from the Maya.
7 and
Mataji is not attracted by Maya.
Understand, correct. He was protected, telling that nobody can even touch you, right? So that is blessing he had. So next verse.
He began to reply to the inquiries of Maharaja Parikshit by saying that the science of the personality of Godhead was spoken first by the Lord himself to Brahma when he was first born. Srimad Bhagavatam is the supplementary Vedic literature and it is just in pursuance of the Vedas. Hare Krishna.
So basically, Srimad Bhagavatam, right? Okay, it's about Nama Sankirtan. What is that we saw about Srimad Bhagavatam Amala Puranam Vaishnavanam Priyam Yasmin Paramamam Sanekam Amalam Jnanam Praramgimati Yasyava Jnana Viragya Bhakti Samitam Naishkarmyam Avishtitam Takshivan Supatan Visharana Paro. So why they are telling like that? Takshivan, right? When you hear it, Vicharana means obviously keep asking question. And it is very close to the Vaishnava's heart. Why? Because Srimad Bhagavatam is Amala Puranam and Vaishnavana Priyam. And that too here Vishnu Ratha, both are Vaishnava. So they are all lovers of each other. And what we are doing, Parampara, is we are simply following, which is why we are following this, which means we are following devotee association, which is why it should be like nectar. If we go to a materialist, it's like, what is the analogy given? if you hear Srimad Bhagavatam, it is like
With
Pochistapayam.
the scorp, with the snake.
Sorry, can you repeat?
The milk which is touched by the
Milk with the
snake.
snake, Mataji, touched by the snake.
Yeah, snake. So that is the situation. And now with all these questions, final verse is that he is concluding, thereby telling that, okay, now I prepare myself to give answers. So you can read the last translation. Hare Krishna.
And also prepared himself to reply to all that King Parikshit had inquired from him. Maharaj Parikshit was the best in the dynasty of the Pandus, and thus he was able to ask the right questions from the right person. Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Many times, we ask, just many times we also have this experience. Student will ask some question and we go to some other page. We literally not even relevant to it. Right. But whereas Sukha is a very systematic teacher, right? He's asking questions systematically who Parikshit, and Sukha is answering systematically. So with this, we are concluding the second canto, 8th chapter. Thanks to all of you all. Please forgive me. I could not skip my video on, nor could I do complete justice of reading this verse. I'm just going with the flow. As you all are reading, I'm just going through the purport and explaining. Given the best with the current time, place situation. And with this, Vancha Kalpadarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevcha Patitana Pavani Anantakoti Vaishnavya
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Any
you
one
so
or
much.
two questions I can take, otherwise we'll end the meeting.
Thank you so much for joining, Mataji.
Thank you so much,
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna Pranam.
Hare Krishna. Two reasons. One,
Happy
you all
stay
are
in
staying
Mayapur,
here.
Mataji.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm staying till Vyasa Puja. I just came yesterday. I came for initiation.
Haribol.
Today was the
Haribol.
Brahmin.
Mataji, this is your second
Lots of
initiation.
congratulations.
Yeah.
Mataji.
Second initiation.
Haribol, Radha.
Lots of congratulations, Mataji.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey,
Thank you so
Haribol.
much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Radhika?
Thank you.
Also.
Hare
Krishna Mataji, will meet you on 29th.
Hare Bol, who's that? Yes, Mataji, Hare Bol. Mataji, thanks to you. I think she was telling me that I'm coming to Vyasa. I just said casually that I wish I was also there. I don't even know how much of that I meant or how much of it. She said, yes, Mataji, welcome. Looking forward, Mataji. Just WhatsApp me your number. You can come, stay along and we'll catch up for sure. Hare Krishna.
Open your window for a moment. We want to see you the day you're initiated.
You want to see me? I'm like,
Mataji, you are initiated today.
Mataji, the glow on your face.
Yeah, we want to see the glow.
Mataji, want to see the glow on your face.
There is no glow. I'm so tired. I'll faint. I'm so exhausted.
Inner satisfaction. That's why after being tired, you could take the class. This is the magic of Brahminical initiation.
Big congratulations, Mataji. Big congratulations.
Happy congrats.
Glow was there in the afternoon. I was smiling, all of that. So maybe one of the pictures I have. Wait, let me just check.
Check the pictures, Mataji.
Someone took a picture. Wait, let me just check if it is still there. I can share the picture.
Yeah, you share it now.
Wait.
I think it was just trying to happen that you took the class today, Mataji. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Destined. Yeah. Divine design. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I think, Krishna is actually thinking, I think.
Even I never knew to the last moment.
You want to be a good preacher, better preach today and sleep, you would have told. See, this is the problem with Krishna,
Yeah.
He remembers everything, we forget. Yeah, in case, for the benefit of the team.
You are speaking from the Mayapura Dhama, Mataji, preaching from there. That is God's
Mayapur.
We know, look at that. It's so auspicious.
So much of auspicious.
Very auspicious, yeah.
We are all fortunate to hear you
because
from Mayapur.
there is Dham picture behind.
Oh, so
Very nice, very nice. Yeah.
wow.
After the initiation, again tired only. We were returning in the evening, but the glow was little bit there at that time. Not my face, but sun glow. Right now,
looking nice.
Mataji, that also is also there.
The sun was
behind us Mayapur.
While getting initiated, Radhika?
God.
TOVP is in the background, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, TOVP in the background. Yes.
It was all typically 3 days process. It was all that was also fast track. I think when I started fast track, everything happened. That story I'll tell you later. I'm dead tired for that. Tomorrow morning, and we were so blessed that I managed to get Guru Maharaj's Prasadam today also, the previous day, yesterday also. And I'm staying, where the person who interviewed me, she's the one in her house only I'm staying because we did not have a place to stay. Last moment. So she called me when we were searching for places. She called incidentally. This is what Krishna's plan. I was
Yeah.
telling what to do. And of course, if I had called Namanishta Prabhu, he would have arranged. And I was traveling alone. So here they don't allow anyone alone. You know, you need to be with two
Yeah.
Matajis or Prabhuji and Mata. Wherever like
Yes,
one catch one
Mataji.
Prabhu or one Mataji. So in Dhams, there is
This
this rule,
Krishna is
right? Of
with
course, we
me.
would have reached by calling. Yeah, but they don't accept Krishna alone. No, that next time I'll tell them. So though my friend tried telling that, but it didn't work. So so immediately I got a call from her. She said, Mataji, I would like to meet you. When are you coming? Where are you? Where are you staying? I said, Mataji, I'm looking out. She said, no, Mataji, stay. My house upstairs is vacated and the tenant is coming on the 1st. I will be more than happy if you stay. I said, thank you so much, Mataji. I said, how much should I pay? She said, don't worry. But I said, obviously we'll pay her, but that's a different
Krishna
issue.
has arranged
But,
everything, and
Krishna's plan,
Blessing of
Mataji.
Maharaj has
This is
helped
what is
everything.
Krishna's plan.
Yeah.
everything was so well arranged
Yes.
that today we were supposed to be there at 6:30 in the Dham. The Prabhu said it can be there at 7. I was expecting two of the devotees to come and take me. And the one devotee was supposed to come and take me because morning I was planning to leave. Mangalarti Mataji told, don't go because you won't have time to go and come back because nobody should touch you and all that. I said, okay. 6:30, I could take class. I could take morning class. I could finish that class and then I could take Chaitanya class because I was waiting for this devotee. Everything is Krishna's plan. And the devotee never turned up. But this another devotee was taking his sister for Harinam Diksha. So that time this Mataji told that please put her in one toto or take them along. So they took me along. So that is why I was thinking, Krishna, even though we have plans, I played plan. I made sure the Prabhu, you come and pick me up. Nothing happened. But Krishna has his own plan. He sent someone, arranged, went there. And there was one devotee so impressed. She was taking Harinam Diksha. She had come from US, one of our Mangaluru devotees, who got married day before yesterday. And she's here today
Akshita
for taking
Mataji.
Harinam Diksha. Yes, Akshita Mataji,
Akshita
ready.
Mataji.
And her name was not there. And that we were coordinating. And because of that delay of coordination, I could get some half an hour in between. And because, I mean, overall, you know, some of the names were not there, not only that. And that coordination gave me that half an hour. I was walking, and I just landed. I just realized that, Array, I'm right before Mandir. I said, Prabhu, how long it will take? It'll take at least 15 minutes, Mataji. I'm calling Guna on the other side. I said, thank you. And I just switched off the phone, kept inside for 2 minutes, went inside the Mandir. I took darshan. I was just thinking I should have a look at Krishna and managed to get that darshan before the initiation ceremony. Everything, what I was thinking is like when you have some plan, Krishna has a better plan for you.
Yeah.
So all
He
that,
makes it happen. He makes it happen.
yeah, everything happened. Very,
Yeah.
and had a very close look with Guru Maharaj also.
Ratika, one photo with Guru Maharaj is there? Your photo?
No, we are not supposed to take camera inside the
Acha. Yeah.
inside the Brahminical initiation.
Acha.
Done. So with
It's
this,
in the
I'll end
heart.
because
Say
I'm
no,
good.
Mataji. Yes, in the heart.
Sorry?
Yes,
This
in the
must
heart.
be very crowded there, no? Because of
Mataji,
Vyas
Hare
Puja.
Krishna, share your realization.
Brahminical initiation, not much of crowd, Mataji. Small room, very few. I think about 20, 24 women and men were like 40 less. It's a medium room, number of devotees only. But Harinam Kirtan all over the world. Brahminical also all over the world, but it was manageable. Very
But
few only
Mataji,
were there.
because of Vyas Puja coming also, there is lot of rush there.
Yeah, Mataji. Because of Vyas Puja coming,
Yes.
all the places are booked. Not only Vyas Puja, Mataji, Rama Navami is for
Rama
some places
Navami.
today
Navami
and
also,
tomorrow.
yeah.
Rama
Mataji, there
Navami.
are people going from here also for Vyas Puja.
Yeah, Vyasa Puja,
Dubai,
Rama Navami, they're clubbing all that. And thankfully, I'm Krishna blessing, I got Uttishta Mahaprasad day before yesterday I got, and I also got Mahaprasad from Guru Maharaj yesterday and today. So,
Wow.
Very good.
Yes,
Very
Mataji.
good.
Haribol, Mataji.
yeah, all blessings of you all. Thank you
Haribol,
so much
Mataji.
for your wishes.
Well,
Very
Thank
happy.
you,
your own
Mataji, so
intentions
much.
are
Hare
good, so
Krishna,
that's
Mataji.
why all went well.
Okay.